for Justice for All, Cori Bush. As you know, I come from the most beautiful, blackest city in the country, the city of Detroit, where the United Auto Workers is headquartered. If you come to my city, every corner is a reminder of movement, from anti-war movement to organizing unions to the civil rights movement to so much more. So I want to thank President Fain and the incredible number of folks that are standing with the UAW and saying ceasefire now. Yes. You all know that I'm a proud daughter of a UAW worker. And I know my Yaba, if he was here, he would be so proud. So proud.
Yes.
He would be. Yes, he would.
The UAW taught him he deserved human dignity, even though he only had 4th grade education, even though he was Palestinian, even though he was Muslim. On that assembly line, he was equal to every single human being on that line. Who did that for him? The United Auto Workers did that for him. And they're not only doing it for those in the assembly line, they're doing it for every single worker around this country right now who is inspired about the fact that they moved mountains. They got those folks to take down those tier systems. We're still working on all of it. They said you couldn't get cost of living adjustments. They got cost of living adjustment. So did they have to lean in on this? No, but they knew. They knew that our country is not divided, we're disconnected. Yeah. And this is how we connect together. Because the American people, we're tired. We're tired of funding wars. We're tired of sending our daughters, our sons to war. We're tired. So it is important that we speak truth to power no matter if our voice shakes. So in Grace Lee Boggs taught me in Detroit that transformative change does not come from the people in power, the folks there in that building behind us. It comes from the movement in the streets. I look at the Civil Rights Act, I look at the fact that we fought so hard for the right to vote in our country. And it was all because of movement work. It wasn't because of who was in Congress or who was the president at that time. So transformative change comes from the people. It comes from all of you. I know this, my black neighbors in Detroit know what it's like to speak out against injustice, to oppose racial segregation and oppression. They know separate but equal doesn't work. And in the labor movement, when workers were fed up with exploitation and corporate greed and decided to form unions and fight back, we organized, we went on strike, and it worked. Never underestimate the power of the collective action and solidarity. President Biden has called himself the most pro-union president in American history, but he is ignoring the voices of working people across the country who are demanding human dignity, not only for their own families, but for families in Gaza and around the world. We all deserve to live, and we all deserve to thrive, not just survive. Our government has always been an institution that responds to outside pressure, and we need more people calling on their elected leaders to act with urgency to save lives, no matter faith or ethnicity. We know the American people are with us. The majority of Americans support a ceasefire, you all. In my district alone, 71% of Michigan Democrats support a ceasefire. So even if this institution behind us refuses to admit it, they cannot silence the voices of the people they represent. Why aren't over 18,000 Palestinians killed enough for my colleagues to say the word ceasefire? Why aren't over 7,000 people killed, children killed, enough for my colleagues to call for a lasting ceasefire, for an end to this war? The American people are demanding to be heard, saying we choose life over death. Across the country, businesses are shutting their doors, workers are walking off the job in solidarity with the Palestinian human rights movement. We are reminded once again that there's power in withholding our labor. Our movement for a ceasefire is growing every single day. We all feel it. Millions of people around the globe are marching in the streets calling for a ceasefire, for the end to the killing. What I love is they think that knock on the congressional door is going to be a bunch of Palestinians and Muslims and Arabs. No. It's people working on housing justice, working on water justice, working on immigrant rights. They don't know what to do because they're looking in that space and they're saying, wait, am I not working on the rent is too damn high coalition with that person? But they're in that room saying ceasefire now. This week I spent with an incredible, inspired 87-year-old Holocaust survivor and peace activist in front of the White House. We paused in a moment, and I know Corey's had these moments with so many of these wonderful movement folks that's calling for a ceasefire. And she was holding a sign saying, "Not in our name." I am so grateful for each and every one of your voices in this movement to save lives, and I'm proud to stand alongside you all. So today we raise our collective voice to say enough is enough. Ceasefire now. Stop funding a war and war crimes. Stop funding the killing of innocent children, innocent mothers and fathers. Stop the killing. We won't be silenced even when they try, right, Corey? We will not stop marching even when they try, right? We will not stop demanding that our president sees Palestinians as equal human beings. That Palestinian children deserve to grow old.
That's right.
They deserve to live.
That's right.
So ceasefire now.
Ceasefire now.
Ceasefire now. Ceasefire now. Ceasefire now. Ceasefire now.
I'm next and proud to introduce all of you to President Shawn Fain, who folks just said, nah, it's impossible. The number of things that movement folks were asking, workers were asking for. And as he inspired through Facebook Live and many others passions in really creating a transparent process that inspired not only UAW workers, but so many of my residents came out to march with them because they felt like, yes, it was bigger than them. So I want to thank President Shawn Fain for standing in solidarity with all of us, members of Congress, and all the folks, including Teachers for Ceasefire and others. Thank you so much with that, Shawn Fain.